Good morning. Stacie Woodworth, Epicure independent consultant and senior leader, and I wanted to share some breakfast ideas. Whether you want to have a great breakfast on a weekend or make breakfast on a weekend and then have some simple ideas for your busy weekdays, I am going to show you just a few ideas. And again, I hope what we always impress upon you is how Epicure just wants to make meal times simple and easy. And I love the phrase of cook once, eat twice. And I also just love the versatility of our products. Whether we're talking about the cookware or we're talking about the seasoning blends, just so many different ways you can use them. So today it's breakfast, but it also allows for me to prep for some lunches or weekday breakfasts. And I want to give you some of those tips as we head into the busy school year, whether that's going to be at home for you or going to school or a mix of that, right? Like, let's just make it fun. Let's make it easy. Normally I would have my little helper in here. It's not one of those mornings, but that is definitely one of the tips, right? First of all, we want to just be teaching our children about healthy eating and how to do that. As mamas, that is also going to empower them to get in the kitchen and make their own food when they're hungry. And it's going to help with their curiosity to try new stuff. I think one of the blessings of our son enjoying such a variety of food is that's really all he's known. He's been in the kitchen since he was little, and he tries stuff. He makes some new recipes, and so he has to taste test those. So this morning, really in the spirit of making life easy for this morning and a couple of mornings, what I wanted to show you is a few different ideas. So waffles, egg bites or egg cups, yogurt or a fruit parfait, and just the versatility. Again, whether you have littles, you have elementary, middle school, high school, or are you sending your babe off to college or university for the first time? Let's give them some easy and practical ideas, right? Okay, so super excited because we love pancakes, but we have really loved this Epicure waffle mold. I hope you guys can see this. Again, it's just another one of our awesome pieces of silicone cookware. And they, of course, have this really yummy pancake and, oh, sorry, I always forget about this, bagel, pancake, and waffle mix, gluten-free, so good, so easy. Add water, add milk, add a little bit of oil. But again, you can make this your own. So if you want to mix in chocolate chips or fruit, or if you want to add in some extra protein and do one of our protein blends, you could totally do that. A lot of variability, right? So what we're doing today is I just made it up simply, but normally we like to add in some sprinkles, as we call them. So I'm gonna put some summer berry right on here, just a couple of these. And I could have mixed it in. We've had it that way before too. We've done this as pancakes, we've done it as waffles. It doesn't matter, like whatever your family loves. And I'm gonna do some with the chocolate sprinkles, as we call it, or cocoa crunch around here. Love this. And I'm gonna show you a couple other ways to use this. But again, what's great is I can make up this whole bag. We're gonna eat a couple of them today, and then I'm gonna freeze them. So I'll give you a tip about that, but I'm gonna get these going. So breakfast is cooking. But see, I just put some topping on it. So I'm gonna bake them. They pop right out of this mold. And then what I'll do is I'll put them out for breakfast, and then the extras, I'm gonna lay them out to cool. And then I'll lay them out on my sheet pan. This is always one of my flash freeze tips. Lay out my extra waffles on a cookie sheet, on a sheet pan, on a plate, doesn't matter, but not touching each other. And I'm gonna put them into the freezer so they'll freeze. Then I can take them out and I can put them into my freezer safe storage container. So on that busy morning, pull those out, pop them right into the toaster oven, and breakfast is done. And we've got something that's healthy, nutritious, all that good stuff. So these are going in, I never remember this. 12 to 15 minutes. So we'll get that started. And then I have the oven going, and so, oh wait, I want to tell you one other tip. So another tip that I've seen people do is if you have one of our bake and roll liners, so whether you have the little one or the big one, this is such a great idea. Thank you to the mamas who shared this. Take that pancake mix and just put it out in a layer on your bake and roll on your sheet pan, and you just have a sheet of pancakes. So you cook and then you just cut. You're not sitting there pouring all those individual pancakes. I thought that was a super idea. And again, one where you could make a bunch of that and then freeze up the extra. Are we sounding good so far? Okay, something else that we're going to do, since I had the oven on, I just was thinking ahead. We are gonna make egg cups. Now again, with Epicure, we have some different products that you that you could do this with. I'm gonna use our muffin pans. Stephanie talked about these, yes, or Stephanie will share more about these. But again, we love these muffin cups, whether we're talking about making meatloaf or banana bread or freezy pops, but we are making up egg bites. Again, I'm gonna make extra so that we can store them in the refrigerator for the week and they're on the ready. This is a great chance where you can use up veggies that you had in the fridge that are maybe going, you know, they need to be used up, or you've got leftover protein from dinner. You could definitely use that up. And vary them, right? So they're not all the same. Somebody gets their ham and cheese, somebody gets their veggie egg bites. Like, you can do so many different things. Normally this is where I let the creative juices flow for my little one, but he's just not feeling it today. But so what I had in here to start is we just had some breakfast ham. We had a few onions left from taco night. I had some bell peppers that we had sliced, so we just went ahead and diced that up. And then I want to just also talk about the rectangular steamer, because this or the large steamer, if you have it, is a great place to make eggs as well, or just steam up veggies for eggs. But I had some broccoli that we wanted to use up. And so I just steamed the broccoli for 2 minutes, so it's kind of got a jump start on these eggs. But if you just have the little steamer, or again, you want to bless your kiddo going off to college with one of these, in this little steamer, they can make dinner, they can make breakfast. There's just so many things you can do with it. We oftentimes will just make omelets right in here, and then they pop out, or put your eggs in there, put whatever toppings you like, steam that. When it pops out, cut it in half. You can make 2 egg sandwiches. So I hope I'm giving lots of tips and ideas and not overwhelming. This is just what has evolved after a year of cooking with Epicure and just really enjoying it and being able to do a variety of things. So now with the egg bites, again, any toppings, so that also means any ability to use different seasonings. So I just have some eggs that I've scrambled up, shook up. We're gonna use some CCB in here, love that one, but you could use anything. Do you wanna make like a Mexican frittata or Mexican egg bites? Awesome. Add in some fajita, add in some taco. The salt, pepper, garlic is a great one. Like, you really, this is where, again, you can just have some fun and be super creative in the kitchen. So just wanting to share different ideas. So it's just a little bit of scrambled eggs, your favorite seasoning. I put a splash of milk in ours. You can do however you like. Of course, I could have put cheese in there. I chose not to, but the great thing about the silicone is even the cheese, it'll just pop right out of here. So it makes it really easy cleanup. And I talk about this a lot, but I thought this would be a great chance to share too. In the CCB, it's got our vegan bacon. However, like, if a little bacon is good, surely more bacon is better. So I'm also gonna just put some extra. So this is our better than bacon. We love this mixed into eggs, but I'm gonna try it today. Just put on some of these muffin cups. Love this in our potato salad. We love this in our baked potatoes. Somebody was talking about that she does it in her mashed potatoes and mashed cauliflower. Or I better put some over here. I don't want anybody to feel left out. So again, vegan bacon. So it's just pinto beans, but it's got that great smoky flavor. It's got that crunch. Use it as a salad topper. So there you go. So these guys are gonna go into the oven about the same time. So I already had the oven on, so let's do that. And again, it's gonna be a nice balanced breakfast then today because we can have the waffles, we can have the egg bites, but it also is gonna help with busy weekday mornings. So let me get these started. So I love that if I'm already in the kitchen, like let's just make this mess once and help solve a couple of meals or, you know, kind of just planning ahead. So with that in mind, one of the things that we also enjoy on the waffles, there are times when my son will just have the waffle, and in the spirit of making the meal a little bit more balanced and not just being carb, like I said, one of the things you can do is you can mix in our vegan proteins. These are heat stable, so it's great for adding it into your baked goods, your banana bread, your zucchini bread, your pancakes, your waffles. That's a fantastic way to add in some protein. We also enjoy putting a little bit of our fruit topper on the waffle. So you could do your syrup, you could do whatever, but we love plain yogurt. And again, you've got a couple of options when it comes to making yogurts. So the summer berry and the chocolate truffle are both fantastic. The request is oftentimes around here, the summer berry. So I'm just gonna do that real fast. We have done this a ton. Oops, this is just a little. We have done this a ton in the last year since we embarked on our Epicure journey. But we just love this summer berry. I'm gonna share some more recipes today with easy breakfast ideas. This is one that we like to put in oatmeal, whether you're doing overnight oats or a traditional hot oatmeal. The summer berry is fantastic. You could have made a simple syrup like Katie was showing with our summer berry. So it's just really that easy though. So plain yogurt, any yogurt you love. So if your family is dairy-free, great. Use your favorite dairy-free yogurt. Or maybe for something different, you could mix this into cream cheese and put that on your toast or your bagels. I always just love this brilliant pink color. But this is ready now for breakfast today. I will oftentimes make a big batch of this. So here's a tip for meal prep. Make a big batch of this. So if you know you need, like we need probably about 3 half-cup servings this morning, I could have used a bigger amount of the yogurt, made some up for breakfast, and then portioned off for meals or snacks. So a great tip for lunch prep, we like to do this. I'll put some frozen berries in the bottom and then just put some yogurt on top so that by the time lunch rolls around, those berries have thawed and we have real fruit on the bottom, yogurt, but that can just sit in a lunch bag or in the fridge and that's ready to go. So your favorite fruit, whether it's fresh or frozen, some of that yogurt on top, and there's a really great addition to a meal or an after-school snack. So how does that sound to everybody? So I wanted to just share a bunch of ideas, right? So the idea being that with Epicure, whether we're talking about breakfast, lunches, or dinners, you can oftentimes cook one time and then enjoy it, freeze the leftovers or portion it out so you've got other meals prepped and ready. There is certainly a variety of ways that we could have made this meal. I could have done pancakes on the stove. I could have done pancakes on a sheet pan, any number of things. That's what's so great is find what is appealing to your family and do that or use what you've got, right? And then that idea of like the oven is on, so making a couple things there. So I hope those tips were helpful. Watch today. What we plan to share is more tips around healthy breakfast and snacks. Again, as we're all preparing for that back to school and what that will look like, still balancing differences in our work schedules and family life. We get that. And we just want to come alongside and share some tips and ideas for you. So thank you so much. Have an amazing weekend and look forward to these pictures in just a little bit. I'll pull those out in about 5 minutes.